You may know Gerald Langiri, as you probably have seen him in some of the series on the television or some of the movies, or you have watched him in various other perspectives, or even on theatre. And now he's right here today. He's the founder of actors.co.ke. He also does a series of In the Forest, which you have probably seen as well. But he's here on the capacity that he was voted top 10 most handsome and most attractive actors in Kenya. Welcome, Gerald Langiri.
Thank you very much.
Very well. So now...
And that was 2012, by the way.
Oh, that was 2012.
2013, I'm pretty sure there are new...
Has 2013 list yet come?
It's coming out soon.
Oh, it's coming out soon. So yes, you guys will have a replacement.
Of course.
Okay, but still, when you got that title, when you read that article and you saw your name, what was it like?
I was like, finally someone noticed.
That's what you thought. You're like, finally they see this.
Because I'd written an article before, because I was a writer.
Yeah.
I blog a lot on actors.co.ke, and I'd written an article like, I think like 2 weeks before about the top 10 sexiest actresses 2012.
Yes.
And someone decided to write an article about 10 sexiest men actors, 2012, and I was there, number 10 though, but still in the list.
In the list, because there are quite a number of actors.
I mean, I'm like, someone, at least I appreciate that someone actually noticed that I am good looking. Okay, because it's actually, because it's actually rare to have, like, to have men being done for a particular thing. And so for sure, it took you by surprise and you're like, yay, this is so cool. After being listed as top 10 most attractive actors, did it change anything for you? Not directly. I can't actually think of any direct benefit I got from it, but I believe when the article came out, that was in 2012, most people hadn't known about me as Gerald Langiri, the actor. So because I was just kind of trying to also establish myself as an actor, so I think it gave me leeway in terms of marketing myself, which is always good for any actor. We always need to like market ourselves
to be out there.
Exactly. And I think the article kind of was a good marketing gimmick. It was a good
marketing gimmick. And so you probably definitely must be stalked probably once in a few times, maybe on Facebook or in real life.
Well, I have my own secret admirers. I don't think stalking really happens in Kenya. I hear people getting stalked in Kenya, and I think, like, you know what?
Maybe for the ladies,
maybe really. But how? I believe if someone stalks you, it's because you give them the permission to.
Yeah, to follow you around.
Exactly. But no, I don't get stalked, but I do get my own share of
attention, love. Okay. And so also you do a series of In the Forest, which is probably one of the most hilarious things I've seen in a while, and which is also a very different from what you do, because a lot of your roles are very serious. You're a lawyer, you're this, you're an inspector, all those things, and In the Forest is like way different. So
I mean, for me, In the Forest is I love comedy.
Yeah.
Like most of the movies I watch are comedic movies. I love, sitcoms and whatnot. But in the acting world, there's something called typecasting.
Yeah.
And basically, someone looks at me and they see a lawyer, and someone looks at me and they see a cop, which are most of the roles which I've been getting. But I've always loved comedy, and I've always tried to establish myself. I'm trying to get into the comedy world, and people not just to look at me as this one type of character.
Yeah.
So that's how In the Forest, it came about. A whole different type of humor from what we also used to seeing on TV, because most of the humor, I believe most of the comedies we watch, the Churchills and the Kenya Kona, are kind of more
sitcom.
There's stand-up comedies, but kind of tribal, like these accents and Kuingilia, Luya, Kuingilia,
I love that. So
which is not really universal. But In the Forest is something that anyone in America, USA, UK can actually sit down and enjoy, and someone in Kenya, because it's English, it's a universal language, and it's kind of humor that anyone can actually sit and enjoy. But the upside to it is that when we were making the show, we actually thought people would, hate on it.
Oh yeah.
Here I am
getting out of
being rude and being crude to actors and celebrities, where most people would actually just kiss them. But here I am being all this bad host. But people got the humor behind it.
They got it.
They loved the show. But that was just me trying to break away from the normal
from
roles,
the norm,
which I've been getting.
And actually it has received such amazing feedback. In fact, I think it should go on TV. Now, what has been your favorite? Like, which is your highlight of your interview? Which is one of your favorite?
The best interview I've done. There was the first episode with Liz Njaga.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, that was like our guinea pig testing the waters with the show.
Of the show,
so we kind of just kind of put my all into it, and that kind of went very well. Then there was the one with Mugambe and Tiga as well, the Nairobi Half-Life actor. That was also really well rude and insulting.
But you actually slapped.
Yes, the one with Helena with was also interesting and nice. I mean, I guess they're all pretty much interesting.
They're all in, so you look forward to every session of
exactly.
And what's with the getting behind the in the forest to take a dump?
I mean, it's in the forest. People, they're not toilets, and I felt like taking poop
every episode, which is amazing. It's actually
it's a montage of how the episode starts. So
I
mean, it's called In the Forest for a reason, because it's in the forest to begin with. It's been shot in Karura Forest. Then I mean, when nature calls in Karura Forest,
you have to which is every beginning of the show. And then also now the part for your sponsors, which are like co-ops and all these things. So you actually, do you have a creative department that does all the thinking, or you actually just think about all these things on your own?
It's actually the producer Alex Constantaras and actually the wife as well, Liz Njaga, and I, who basically sit down and do research on every episode. And what questions to go ask the actors and to ambush them with. But to be honest, we got inspiration from another show which is called Between Two Fans by Zach Galifianakis. I don't know if you know him. He's if you've watched Hangover, the movies, the guy with the beard. He also has a similar show called Between Two Fans, and we kind of got our inspiration from that after watching a couple of his episodes as well, where he also kind of interviews actors and celebrities in a similar fashion. We just decided to make the idea better and bring our own silly sponsors to come on board, which is kind of a way to hint to sponsors to, like, you know what, this is actually a show that is being watched by people, and there's actually a segment where you can actually just let's put in a sponsor.
What's the viewership like for example?
I haven't currently checked, but I think the most watched episode is Liz Njaga's, which has reached, I think, 13,000 views on YouTube, and the rest are nothing less than 5,000 views each.
All of them are over 5,000 views.
Yeah, people actually watching the show.
I'm not a steak. Oh, compared to you, I might be a steak, but I'm not a steak.
Are you calling
You're
me
the
fat?
fat one. Yes, you're fat. I'm not a steak.
Why are you being so
I'm
mean
curvy.
to me?
You're mean. You're pretty mean.
Why are you being?
I was not expecting.
Why are you calling me fat?
No, because you're fat.
I understand you're working on other projects. Being a man of the ladies, you probably want to shed light on probably some of the movies or things that are coming up.
There's a movie called House of Lungula coming out. Should be coming out either this month, August, or early September. And it's already caused airwaves and controversies online.
It is the
because
name
of the title,
the
exactly.
title. But is it like the title?
I mean, it's a comedy movie.
It is a comedy.
Yes,
it's
a
not pornography.
It's not porn. No.
Okay.
It's not. But people have think it is, but it's not porn. It's actually a comedy, and the few half naked bodies in there, I guess,
suggested from the picture.
Exactly. And a few romantic scenes in there. I mean, it's a movie not done in Kenya before, and I think the producer is just taking a big risk in actually doing it and hoping Kenyans will appreciate it. But I think we've come of age. I mean, we no longer have AIDS stories alone or poverty stories alone, you know, and crime-driven, stories alone, which are movies that we've seen most come out of the industry.
Okay.
But I think we can do something a bit provocative, a bit controversial, a bit at the same time funny.
Kenya is ready
exactly
for
all
the
forest and House of Lungula's kind of shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I understand that a lot of women understand you, and you tend to understand women a lot. And and you say that one of your driving forces is your mother.
Yeah.
So maybe you could, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was raised by a single mom. She's my pillar. She's my stronghold. She's my everything. I mean, she took us. We are three on my mom's side, and she took us from nothing to where we are. Took us through good schools, fed us, and basically raised us to who we are now, single-handedly, and that's something to be proud about. I mean, to be honest, she's my role model as well. So I think being raised by, you know, a woman kind of makes me understand women more.
A lot more,
and appreciate them a lot more. Yeah. So I mean, I give respect to women.
You do give respect to women. So are you in a relationship?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Are you the kind of person who proposes romantically?
I'm actually planning to, because it's been 5 years with her.
Oh, really?
Yes, and you should be hearing wedding bells soon.
So it will be those ones, the public announcements, or it will be hidden, or you're not going to reveal that?
Not really. I mean, I'm not a very big fan of big weddings. I kind of believe it's a waste of money to have limousines and whatnot. I mean, if you have the money, why not go all the way out? I mean, it's a day, but at the moment I'm not in a position to spend millions on a wedding. Yeah. So we'll do the little much we can. But because at the end of the day, I think it's just between, you know, it's all about love. It's not the wedding, the one day event only. It's about the whole marriage. Exactly.
Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah. So at some point we're gonna go for a break, but I want you to do a session for me of In the Forest.
Really?
Yes, I just, you know, I just want to see where your creativity comes in terms of doing the whole.
Really not?
Yeah. As long as let it not be so bad, because yes.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't have to be me. Like as Esther.
I have to use you. I have to use you.
Okay, fine.
So Esther, welcome to In the Forest. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Esther Nema.
Esther who?
Nema.
Nema, do you work for Nema?
No, I don't work for Nema.
Are you related to Nema?
I'm Nema. I'm the person Nema.
Oh, you own the company Nema?
No, I am Esther Nema. Like,
so if I have a noisy neighbor, can I bring them over to you and you'll Nema them?
I'm not like environmental science. Whatever those people, conservational.
Nice dress.
Thank you.
Why red?
It's the color of confidence.
It's not that time of the month and you're trying to hide stuff down there.
What?
It's not that time of the month and you're trying to hide.
Oh no, I give up on this. No, we cannot have some of that. Anyway, we should go for a break right now, and then after the break, we're going to talk about casting for people, ladies who are in acting career, ladies who are in the field. We want to talk about, you know, how can you get in, because he's a casting director. He can definitely let you know how to pass your auditions and how to get through a lot of these things. Thank you very much. I'm Esther Nema and you're watching Expressions. Welcome back to Expressions. I'm Esther Nema, and today we have Gerald Langiri. You probably have watched him, especially in The Forest, or you have watched him in a number of series in our television station. And now we're talking to actors. Are you an actor? Are you are you aspiring to be an actress? Then you have all your answers today in this session. Gerald, yes. Now back to you. We're talking about acting, and we know getting into the acting career for both men actually and women is tough, and especially for women, because there are a lot of stereotypes in terms of what is expected in terms of body, in terms of beauty, all those things. I don't know, what does it take to be an actor or an actress actually?
It's true what you just said about women finding it tough to get into the industry because of the stereotype, like you mentioned, then again, them being very many, I mean, the ratio of women to men,
Yeah, there are so many.
Yeah, so it's more competitive for women to get into the industry. But I believe with the right guidance, the right coaching and doing things the way they're supposed to be done, because acting is work. Acting is a profession. It's not a hobby anymore.
Yeah.
And I keep on getting these emails and questions like, Gerald, I want to do acting part-time. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I always tell them, I mean, picture you doing acting part-time and someone doing it
full time.
Like you wake up in the morning, you think about acting, you're planning on what to do, like how I'm going to market myself this week, what acting seminar I'm attending, what event I'm attending, which audition I'm attending. And someone who's in an 8 to 5 job wanting to do it part-time doesn't have that luxury.
Yeah.
So someone doing it on a full-time basis will probably be at better place than someone who isn't.
Yeah.
But it all begins with where your passion lies. I mean, acting and the art world in general, or anything that you're going to do or starting to do, you must be passionate about it.
You have to have
and
passion.
Not just passion, because I mean, I'm passionate about food, and doesn't mean I'll be eating every single day of my life or I must die out of eating it. But with that passion inside me, it will make me overcome so many hurdles that are there, and there are so many hurdles when it comes to acting.
Yeah, so it's more of passion than talent.
Yes, passion I think is the
number one thing.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to just, because I know so many passionate actors, because again, I being a casting director, I sit in a room and actors walk in. For example, we are casting for a series or a movie, and I can see so much passion in people. They really want to do this, but either one, they're not professional about it. Two, they don't know what a headshot or an acting resume is or a showreel is, and most actors don't have that.
Yeah.
Three, they doing things all wrong. They're coming in there with just jokingly, they don't actually take it seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
Because for many, they still believe acting is, one of those things I do when I don't have anything else to do.
It's one of the things that I do.
And last but not least, they are not as talented as we'd like, because it's one thing to be passionate about something, it's another thing to actually be able to do it.
So it has to be natural first. It has to be, or is acting something that can be learned? Like, let's say you are not so good at it.
I still go for acting classes still now.
Yeah.
Even with the series I've done, whenever I get an opportunity to go for an acting seminar, I'll always go attend one, because you can never know everything, and you still need to grow and you still need to learn. Yes, acting is kind of a God-given talent, as with most arts, but ask the painter who has to go to France to learn how to do what. Ask the musician who still needs to go do vocal coaching and training. You still need to improve yourself constantly. It's not something just because I can act and just sit and be comfortable about it. You still need to improve yourself every single day.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's so much to be put into it.
So the first thing you said, you look for talent.
Yeah.
You look for passion.
Yeah.
What else do you look for as a casting director? Like, let's say people have come for an audition, and people come in the thousands.
Yeah.
What is it that you look for, like, when you're checking out someone?
Being a casting director and an actor, it's kind of a thin line. But what happens in the casting world is a producer comes with a script and tells us, Gerald, we want to do this movie, and these are the characters. A lady who's beautiful, 5'6", can pull off be harsh and have a range of emotions and be happy at the same time, and we can see that she's going through life, and we are given these small descriptions about the people that the producers really like the picture they have in mind. Then I have to sit down and also put the same picture in mind, read the script and read the story of the script, then go and call out for auditions. Now during auditions, there's already this picture of who we are looking for. Yeah,
there's already a pre-existing thought.
Exactly. And it's not stick and stones that it's only Esther who can fit this profile. We're always open to seeing what else new can come in, something maybe we hadn't thought of. But there's the basic line of things we're looking for. For example, I can never go for an audition where a makanga is being looked for. Unless it's a comedy, because I don't look like a makanga, to be honest, and that is why I keep on getting roles that
are serious. You keep getting this specific kind of
exactly. And most actors don't understand that. it's actually called something in acting called, it's called being what is your unique character proposition, and every actor must know what their unique character proposition is. You need to know which roles you fit. And most actors haven't taken time to actually do research or not.
Actually, a lot of us ignore. Like
exactly.
You see,
just hear an audition.
You see, then you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
They said this.
Exactly.
I'm not this, but you totally ignore it.
And you still go in there, and most of people waste their time because, again, we also get people who are talented walk into the room, but they don't fit the profile. But
there are cases that someone is really, really good, then that you'd even decide, you know what?
Yes,
let's get rid of the profile. This person is it.
There have been cases like those, and very few, because again we need to be, you know, when it comes to screen and theater, it's a whole different. When it comes to screen, we need to convince the audience that what you're looking at is what you're giving you is what the audience is seeing.
Yeah.
You know, on theater I can be a woman right now, just put on a dress and put on fake, you know,
anything,
and put on a wig, and there I am, tell the audience I'm a woman, and people believe me. But on screen, it needs to be convincing that you actually. So we need to get the right person for the right character.
Yeah.
So at times it's not about, again, it's not about the talent alone. It's also
fitting that profile.
And at times we've totally not been able to get characters, and we've had to
due to the profile.
Exactly, we had to maneuver. And for example, we were casting for Veve.
Yeah.
It's after the makers of Nairobi Half-Life and Something Necessary, their next feature film is called Veve.
Yeah.
And the characters in that movie were really complicated, so to speak. You know, but we had to use some other people and mold them into what we really wanted, and that's because we totally did not get anyone who could fit the profile.
Okay.
But if the day I sit in a room and an actor walks in and I look at them and something that tells me that's the person before they even speak,
you already know the person,
you know, the way they walk, and that is just deeply knowing the characters of what you're casting for.
Okay. And well, I get that whole thing of, you know, like typecast, not typecasting, but having certain profiles. But there are other profiles that I feel are not like catered for. Like they are constantly around the same the same, like when you read an audition, you'll always see, oh, tall, dark, handsome, OSG, this. Okay. What is the openness in terms of for every girl, every woman thinking, I can get any role I want. I'm not limited because of this, you know. Yeah.
I think that goes back to the script.
Yeah.
I believe so. Because again, most of our scripts are, someone has actually said this, most of our Kenyan scripts are actually cliches.
Yeah,
we always looking for the same kind of people. Why not write a story about a crippled woman, or about the woman who was raped? She wasn't so very beautiful, but she was coming from Kibera, and you know, she's all muddy and that. Exactly. Yeah. So I guess our writers out there need to write stories that can diversify the characters we have, and not just stick to the beautiful and tall, dark and handsome kind of people. Though it's eye candy for TV. I mean,
it is eye candy, so it happens. And
watch but we need, I guess we need stories that can actually bring in other characters which are not, that we are not used to.
Okay. And now, like you mentioned, like sometimes you actually see people, someone gets in a room and you already know this is it. What would you tell someone, like if they're coming for an audition, what do they need to be so that you just enter and you're just it? Because I think a lot of times I feel like ladies may misunderstand. He said, oh, you know what, the shortest dress ever is the one that's gonna make me a winning. What is a winning thing in an audition?
The basic rules that I look for example, when you walk into a room, when we're looking for a character, a person who is smiley, probably warm, receptive, someone who will walk in and immediately lights the whole room up. That's one thing we also look at. I mean, someone walk in and say hi to the audience,
and it just changes. You know, those people who are bubbly and confident.
Bubbly characters, exactly.
What about overconfidence?
Overconfidence is not really good. I mean, it kind of comes across as being arrogant if you're really overconfident. And unless you're really extremely sure of yourself that you're really very talented, can be arrogant about it. But then again, no one wants to work with someone who's arrogant. Again, it's a small industry, and film is a people related field.
It's all networking with
and
each
working
other
with
and
people,
working
exactly.
with people.
So there's no way I'd cast someone who's arrogant, for example, because they know they're good and they want to show us that they're really that good. Because that person will probably give me a hard time on set. And I don't want to submit such a person to the producers, So we'll look for that stuff. Then women, avoid the short skirts. Unless
the role requires that.
Not even if the role requires that. There's a rule in casting which most people should know, because at times we put auditions saying we're looking for someone to play a policeman or a butcher. And someone walks in with a butcher and a knife and a policeman with a fake gun.
People do that all the time.
People do that, and it's not really necessary, because what you're looking for during audition time is if you can actually fit the character and actually act it out. The guns and the knives and the whatnot, put them at home. Even if it's a role that requires you to be slutty, for example, don't come in and the whole makeup thingy and the short skirts and because you're just slutty. No, we just want to see you, and if you can actually act the character, the sluttiness will make you look more slutty on set. So it kind of becomes awkward also for everyone else. Again, be professional. The way you'd not walk into an interview in an office wearing a very short skirt and showing off your cleavage and and thinking that is what will work, and that has happened a couple of times. I've seen women who walk in with short skirts and they sit in. It happens actually. Most of the times, half of us are there's looking beautiful, decent, and there's looking beautiful, sexy in a trashy kind of manner. Leave the trashiness at home. Just come in and be you. Be professional about it. Greet us warmly. Have a headshot. Have a resume. If you can't have a show, just carry that. A lot of times, people show up without resumes, and exactly, and it doesn't guarantee you the role, but it kind of sets you. And it gives you also a fit. People can come back and say, they keep it in their database, and next time they actually have it right there. Exactly, but most importantly, know what you're coming to audition for, and always be very sure that you actually fit the character. Because yes, I know when it comes to auditions, because there are very few roles and there are very many people to feed those whatever. Exactly. So you can actually end up giving up, because over time. Exactly. Because I also mentor actors once in a while. I have a few people I mentor, and one of the people I mentor was like, I've been going for auditions and I never get a role. Then we actually sat down with the guy and looked at the audition he's been going for and changed his mindset a bit and just told him, what, maybe you're not getting roles because you've been going for the wrong auditions. And you're wasting your time going for the wrong audition and wasting your money. So how about you just take some time and let's see where you fit. And when the next audition comes out where we actually know this is for you, go for it. And he did once and he got a role somewhere. So it does. Eventually it does. When you go to the right ones, when you go for the right ones, so never ignore the profile. Follow it to the latter. But as a beginner, because you don't know what your profile is as well. Exactly. One, you don't know what your profile is. For example, I never thought I'd be that lawyer guy every single time, that cop guy every single time. It's over time, after being casted over and over, then you realize, yes, okay, maybe this is the type, that I belong to. It's not something easy to accept, but the sooner you accept it, the better for you, because you open up your mind, and you make yourself more receptive to what you get. Thank you very much, Gerald. I'm sure a lot of women now know, where to go, what to do. And yes, maybe you could talk about actors.co.ke, maybe for those who want to join in. Well, actors.co.ke is basically a website for Kenyan actors. It profiles actors, both male and female, and also gives more information about the acting industry, about auditions, how to get yourself into acting. We profile, we give stories about actors and their journeys and what they've gone through. And I think it's the home for any actor in Kenya who wants to get into acting.
And joining it is very obvious and free, actually.
Exactly.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. It's been really, really, really great.
Thank you for having me.
Keep the title. I hope you make it to the 2013. Thank you for joining us. If you have been watching Expression, and we have had Gerald talking to female actors on how to get into the industry, how to survive in it, and I hope that you are very much informed. If you need to get in touch with us, you can go to our Facebook group, Expression TV Talk Show on Facebook, and you can also email us on expression@kbc.co.ke. And also, you could also send us a message, you could also tweet us, you could do so many things just to get to us. Thank you very much, Gerald, for joining us.
Pleasure.
Okay.